Dave here with Century 21 in Rossland. I'm here with Cary Fisher, owner of Hannah Creek Construction and part owner of Century 21. And he's here today to talk to us about a project he has coming up, something new for him that he hasn't built before. So why don't you start by giving us a little bit of history about how you started building, how long you've been doing it, and what you've kind of morphed into as a builder and what direction you're headed.
We started with a partner from Australia, Rob Felsh.
Yeah.
Many years ago, probably we've been at it now 30 years. Company went on its own kind of in 2014 and started building its own stuff. So really just single family houses. We've been part of some multifamily stuff at the ski hill with Rob, but to a lesser degree, probably just chasing things out, making sure trades were on site, things like that.
Yeah.
Nothing kind of start to finish. Project that we have coming up now is stepping out of the single family into townhomes. It's a triplex, and then there are 3 other buildings right behind it, so 13 total. We're out of the ground on the first one, and we're just starting marketing it. So, yeah, we're really excited about it.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing how they turn out. It's a new one for you, obviously. And what made you decide to build some townhomes? Because it's something like, that's a bit of a switch for you.
Yeah, townhomes, we've been really struggling with the idea because Rossland has always been so single family focused, and we thought about duplexes, we thought about other multi-family buildings. There are a few multi-family buildings in Rossland and Trail, but because the price of housing is pretty modest here relative to the rest of the country, it makes a lot of sense just to buy a house. So I think now though, townhomes and possibly duplexes are going to have their time given the cost constraints that we're seeing.
Very interesting. So a little bit of working towards some infill, more housing, have better supply for people that are coming in a newer home, because that's something a lot of people struggle with when they move to Rossland, is they're used to a certain level of home. They move to Rossland, and there's not a lot of those.
Yeah, we looked at it kind of like everybody wanted the white picket fence house, right?
Yeah.
If they came from the city or they came from somewhere and they had an idea in mind that they could downsize into something in Rossland, and by and large you still can. But now we need to have different product for different people, and I also think that in this area it's also zone R5, which is resort residential, which allows short-term rentals.
Yeah.
And short-term rentals are allowed basically at the ski hill and at the golf course. So I think that it's time for short-term rentals at the golf course.
Excellent. That sounds good. It sounds really good. So then why don't you tell us a little bit about what the product's going to be?
So these are 3-level townhomes. We've had lots of discussion with people on single level living, and I think it's interesting because we live on the side of a hill, so it's almost impossible to build something that's single. I mean, there's a few places in town you could do it, but you really need to go up regardless. So if we do at some point build single level, it'll be more condominium style where there'd be elevators involved and things like that. And at this point in time, I don't see the value in it at, for the retiree. When you look at a retiree's budget in this area and what they can afford and where exactly they want to live, I still think they want a garden, I still think they want to be able to take the dog outside in their own yard, stuff like that. But I think we're really close. Like within a few years, we can see we're going to have multifamily in Rossland.
I think so, because that aligns with a lot of what my clients are after.
Yeah.
A lot of my senior clients, they don't want to quite go to Essling yet because they lose their garden space, they lose that kind of thing. And what I see coming though is more and more of that required, just given the age demographic, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are pushing for that, right?
Yeah.
And just trying to find the balance, like you say, between costs and that.
I think it's going to be sort of a mental, what do I want to call it? Sort of mental gymnastics for people in Rossland. They're going to have to decide, is it make sense for me to be able to lock the door and go to somewhere warm for vacation, which is 3 months because they're retired, or they want to go traveling and see the kids because the kids are all over the place, so they might have to go to Calgary or to Toronto to see their kids.
Yeah.
So when they go to do that and they can lock the door and be gone for 2 or 3 months and know that their neighbors are kind of kicking around the condominium site, and they don't have to take care of the garden and mow the lawn and worry about the dog or the cat or any of that stuff. So I think we're right there.
Yeah.
But it's going to take the retiree sector, I guess, to make that decision. And once they do, then you'll see multifamily in Rossland.
Yeah, I think so. All right.
Yeah.
It was good. Good talk with you today.
Yeah.
And I think we should do this again soon and come up with a new subject to chat about.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's great, Dave. Thanks for the time.
Excellent.